Yes, Bermuda, we are here. We are here just to give an update on where we are. Hurricane winds we can expect for the next 12 hours. And from what we understand, they have started already. Before I hand it over to Dr. Lashad, I want to say that we must stay off the causeway. The causeway is still open, but it will be monitored. At this point in time, we are hoping that everyone is off the roads and hunkered down for the night. Before we go any further, we are turning it over to Dr. Lashad so he could give us an update on where Hurricane Fiona is.
Thank you very much, Minister. And I wonder if I could have the option to share my screen here, please. Thanks very much. So I'm hoping you can see that. What you're looking at here is a satellite image with overlaid satellite-derived rainfall of Hurricane Fiona. You can see the large eye here and all the large rain shield surrounding it, and this band of rain with some thunderstorms. That's these little crosses, lightning strikes embedded in it. This here is Bermuda, showing our wind speed and direction. And as you can see, it is making an approach towards the island. It's on track to move very close to what the forecast track has been earlier. Now let me just move across here to the latest conditions locally. So a hurricane warning remains in effect for tonight. The storm is about 270 miles to our southwest. The center is, that is. But I did want to point out that we're already starting to see tropical storm force winds in and around the area. For example, out at the crescent on the northern part of the reef line, we're starting to see winds approaching that tropical storm strength. Indeed, just reaching it with gusts to 40 knots. In terms of surge, we're starting to see storm surge starting to build about half a foot or so in Ferry Reach. And in terms of timing, that works nicely with the forecast that we have. What you're looking at here is a representation of the forecast track as of 9 p.m. this evening, so very recent. And this blue line here represents tropical storm force winds. This dashed line here represents the western extent of the marine area. And as you can see, moving forward through 10 p.m., we're getting into that tropical storm force. So the timing is just about right on the forecast. We can expect, following this forecast, to get into 50-knot winds sometime around 2 a.m. And then really around 5 a.m. skirting, hurricane force winds skirting the northern marine area. So we do expect to see 50-knot winds around the island. We expect to see hurricane force periods of winds, especially around squalls, anytime from 5 a.m. Through till about 7 a.m. And then those 50-knot winds dropping off around 8. And then we're in for a continued periods of these tropical storm force winds all the way through till early afternoon. So as I mentioned before, the high-level take-home points is that the forecast is on track. The storm is going northwest of the island. The current forecast is for it to move about 120 nautical miles or 140 statute miles away from the island to the west-northwest at about 5 a.m. So things are looking pretty good. And stay safe, Bermuda. I hand it back to you, Minister.
So thanks, Dr. Lashad, for your timely update. And that leads me into a few reminders for the public. Schools will be closed tomorrow. Government offices will be closed. And we are asking everyone to stay off the roads tomorrow until we have given the all clear. We have to allow the emergency vehicles to do their assessment tomorrow before we could get back onto our roads. As another reminder, Lamfogo Clinic will be open. It's been open since 6 o'clock this evening, and it will be open through the night for anyone that may need assistance down in the east end of the island. And the causeway will be open, but it will be monitored. But that doesn't mean that we want people to be riding across it, risking their life. So hopefully everyone is bunkered down now, and we would ride this thing out as a team, and hopefully everything will be all right. Thank you. And I can hand over to Steve Cusham for any other comments that he may have.
Thank you, Minister. So I'm at the EMO Operations Centre, which is at Hamilton Fire Station. And with me here, we have members from the Royal Bermuda Regiment, the Bermuda Police, Bermuda Fire, Department of Communications, the Health, Ministry of Health, and Public Works and Highways, as well as the Disaster Risk Reduction and Mitigation team. And so our job here is we're going to be collating any damage that comes in, whether it be wires down, we'll be liaising with Balco, or be trees or branches down, and then we'll send the appropriate agency that's nearest to deal with it with all the agencies we have on hand that can be dispatched when it's safe to dispatch them in the field. So if you do have any storm damage and you want to report it, the number to call, please, is 444-1447. I repeat that, 444-1447. We will be providing the emergency broadcast facility on 100.1 FM with information during the night. So they will go out live with information on the top of the hour and at the bottom of the hour. That's 100.1 FM. You should find that on the dial so you can listen in.
Thank you, Steve. And as we close, I want to reiterate that the emergency shelter is open. It's been open since 5 p.m. for anyone that may need assistance. So open at 5 p.m. and is up at the Cedar Bridge Academy. Thank you, Bermuda, and please be safe, everyone. Take care of those that are who are vulnerable, our elderly, and those others that may need our assistance. But stay safe, Bermuda. Take care.